Hello, I am Alessandra Solivari. I am the founder of Money Breathwork, and I want to show you the path to your next money evolution. That's probably for you 20K, 30K, 40K months on repeat. And so I want to give you a little bit of insight into the difference between 10K months and 30K months. Now, before Money Breathwork, I was a pretty consistent 10K month hitter. Hi, Cindy. Hello. I hit 10K months kind of over and over and over again. I kind of would go up to 12, maybe 15. I had one at like 20 at one point. But then I fell back to 4, which I can talk about that another time. But I was pretty consistently around 10K months. It had been my goal forever. I mean, that was like the thing in entrepreneurship was like 10K months, you want 10K months, right? And so I hit it and I got consistent at it. And I was doing the things like I probably have done every launch strategy there is known to the entrepreneurship space, and they all worked, right? Every single launch strategy I've ever employed worked. And so that's actually a really good little point for you. Like everything works. Everything that you see people talking about, you got to do a challenge, you got to do a 5-day, it all works. Okay. Side note, it's just finding the one that works the best for you. Right? We're not talking about that today. We're talking about going from 10K months to 30K months and what that difference is. Because for me, I was butting up against what I call the glass ceiling, right? Energetically, I kind of hit a cap at 10K months, even though my brain was like, let's go, we're ready for 20K, 30K, 40K, we're ready for all this, right? My body was not. And so the difference between where I was at 10K before I hit 10K before I had Money Breathwork. And so what I say too is like, you can hit 10K with strategy, like just like hustling and gritting and pushing through and showing up and launching and doing that thing. You can for sure hit 10K months. So if that's what you want, hustle and grind and get there. You will do it. I promise you, you'll hit 10K months. Like you absolutely will. Everything works. You go and be consistent. You hustle, you show up, you do the thing, you'll hit 10K months. Now I was hustling. I was showing up. I was waking up early. I was doing all the mindset work. I was doing all the thing, but I wanted more than 10K months. Okay. And so what I realized and what happened when I started using breath work to grow my capacity to receive, when I started using breath work to actually heal the money beliefs that were keeping me stuck, when I actually started using breath work to break through my glass ceiling, is when I went from 10K months to 30K months. Now, I want to be very clear. I did not do anything differently. I still launched the same ways. I still put myself out there. I still showed up. I did the things very similarly. Now I might have, done some things a little differently. Maybe I sent a couple extra emails or this. I don't know. I didn't do a study of like the difference, but what I do know looking back is the key difference was Money Breathwork. Going from that 10K month mark to the 30K month mark, I had to grow my capacity to receive at that level. I didn't need another strategy. You most likely, if you've got strategies that work, if you're having clients, if you've got momentum in your business, you most likely don't need to be looking for another strategy. But you probably are, because you're like, I want 30K months. So there's got to be some magic strategy that's going to make me 30K months. I'm going to tell you right now, if you've got to 10K months, if you've gotten this far, if you've got strategies that work, if you're getting clients, you can get to 30K months. But what the difference is aligning your energy, regulating your nervous system, and consistently accessing your higher self, that version of you who already has it. And she's got all the information for you to go and get it, right? The two most important things for me was that, like accessing the part of me that was not in my brain, because my brain is super analytical. I'm like constantly strategizing. Oh my God, I can do this. I can do this. I can do this. My brain is always working and it's really smart. Like my brain is really great. Okay. But I was always in my head. And so when I do breath work, I get out of my head and into my body, and my body is the connection to that higher self, that connection to the version of me who's like totally out of her head. And she's like, we've already got this. And then she gives me Whether that's like directly or like just through the energy. Sometimes I have conversations with her in there, but sometimes it's just like the insights that come through. She gives me the direction. This is what we're going to do. This is what's next. You don't want that. You actually want this. And so that is the number one way that I use money breath work, because it gets me out of my head and into my heart. And that was what was the difference between moving from 10K to 30K. The next piece, the second piece, which actually I wouldn't say that either one is more important, because they kind of work together, is when you make 30K months, what are you doing? You're receiving more, right? You are actually receiving, whether that's more clients, it's definitely more money, whether that's more visibility or people in your group or eyes on you, like no matter what, that movement from 10K to 30K is as a movement of more, right? And so you have got to feel safe to go to more. Your brain totally thinks it's safe to go to more. Your brain's like, we got this. We can do 100K months. We can do 200K months. We can do all this. And your brain is like, your brain believes so wholeheartedly, we got this. We can do this. Yeah, your limiting beliefs might come up here and there, but your brain is there with you. Like, this is what we want. This is what we want. This is what we want. This is what we want, right? But here's the key. Your body is the actual leader here. And if your body and your nervous system see danger ahead, so if you're sitting at 10K months and you are wanting to go to 30K months, your body might feel danger there. When I hit my first 20K month, I mentioned at the beginning, when I hit my first 20K month, it was before Money Breathwork. It was just when I was a business strategist, business coach. I hit that 20K month. My next month was a 4K month. And it wasn't, when I hit that 20K month, I actually wasn't even like live launching or anything that I was doing. It wasn't like I hit that 20K month because I had some big launch. It actually wasn't. So I had like the same like strategy and momentum that was going into the next month. Like it wasn't like like I said, it wasn't like I had just some big launch that, resulted in a 20K month. It was just, it happened, right? And now looking back on that, I know I was completely dysregulated. I wasn't ready to receive at that level. So my next month was a 4K month. Fast forward to when Money Breathwork was part of my life and I had been practicing it regularly. It didn't mean that I didn't get dysregulated when I hit 25K. I did. I remember pacing around the house being like, oh my gosh, my husband was on a call. And so I had the kids with me, so I wasn't able to go do breath work. And I was like, I gotta breathe. I hit 25K and I had the tool to go there, right? And so I hit the 25K. I had my tool, I had Money Breathwork. I was able to regulate myself to receive that. I was able to hold it to say, no, we've got this. We're safe here. We have the capacity to hold this amount of money. My next month was a 23K month. I didn't fall, right? Because I had regulated my nervous system to feel safe there. And so now that's normal, right? 20K, 30K, 40K months are normal in my world because my body feels so safe there. And so that's what I want to impart on you is if you want to go from 10K to 30K months, strategy is probably not your answer because you've already probably got some good ones up your sleeve. You're probably already doing some really great things. If you need some strategy tweaks here and there, breathwork is also great for that because it's going to give you that higher self who's like, let's try this. Let's do this. Let's go here, right? Like that's going to be invaluable for you when you do this consistently is that higher self advice, I guess. I don't know. I need to come up with a word with that. But what is essential, right? It's not essential to go to 10K months, right? But like it might be if you're actually bumping up against again, because I have clients who are going to 5K months and 8K months and they're just like breathing every day because their capacity is so low. You might have a capacity that's so low that you can't even fathom 10K months. Right? I have a few clients like that who are now hitting their first 5K, 7K, 8K months, and it's just like blowing their worlds wide open, and it's incredible, right? But you can hustle your way. You can hustle your way to your capacity. Let's just say it like that. You can hustle your way to your capacity But once you've hit your capacity, no amount of strategy is going to push you through there. No amount of hustling and growing and pushing is going to do that. No amount of strategy, no amount of trying some other thing is going to push it. Once you've pushed yourself to your capacity, you're at capacity. So you're going to need to grow your capacity. Your body's going to need to feel safe to receive at that next level. Your brain already thinks it is. It's not right. Your brain is not right. A lot of the times your brain's not right, telling you you're not worthy or you're not good enough or you can't have that. But your brain's like a little delulu. It's also delulu in good ways too. When you're like, I could do all these amazing things, right? And at the same time, your brain will go there when your body's like danger, 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 danger. Okay? So when you want to get to that next level, when you want to grow, when you want to expand, you've got to allow your body to find safety in that expansion. It doesn't mean it has to take a really long time, right? If you want to go from 10K months to 30K months, you can do it this month. If you've got that momentum, if you've been showing up consistently, if you've got those strategies underneath your belt, if you have things that are working, you sprinkle in a little money breath work in, it will blow up for you. That is what I've seen. I have a client who came to me and she had 300K years, right? That was where she was, but she's like, I've been here for a couple years in a row. I've been hitting 300K every single year and I want more. Right? She had the momentum. She had a successful business, but she wanted more. We dove deep into money mindset work, capacity, bigness, being able to show up, be unapologetic, be self-expressed, all these pieces that go into being a magnetic brand, right? She hit her $1 million year. Let's see. She hit a year after our work, she had doubled. So she was at 750 and she just hit $1 million year. And thanks me, right? She's got other business coaches and strategy coaches and all those kinds of things because strategy works, right? But she came to me and said, thank you. This was the difference. Being able to hold more, to have the capacity to receive, to be regulated when I'm launching, to be excited but regulated, to be able to hold it, to be able to receive at new levels, right? So this was the difference. And so I really want to invite you in. Oh my gosh, and she's my mentor who led me to, yay! Oh my gosh, I'm so glad. Come join us. It's incredible. If you want more of this work, come in, right? We have an incredible experience called the Business Expansion Experience, where I just listed all those different things: money, sales, owning your bigness, self-expression, showing up unapologetically. When you're in the Business Expansion Experience, you get it all. You have access to every breathwork that I've ever made, which is a little unreal how many that are in there right now, but you get access to accelerators. Right now, we're just starting in October. It's October 2nd right now. We just started the Collapsing Time Accelerator inside of Business Expansion Experience. And what that means for me, is I'm looking back at the rest of the year, the last 9 months. I totaled up how much I made in the last 9 months, and I'm like, we're making it in 3. And so I've got some of my Business Expansion Experience. We're like, let's freaking do it. Oh my gosh. I did the manifestation frequency today. Oh my gosh. Yay. That's so exciting. I love that. That's such a good one. So that gives, when you join the Business Expansion Experience, it gives you access to every single thing that I've created. It also gives me the ability to help you expand to my best abilities, right? To be able to say, hey, this is the perfect breathwork for what you are going through right now. So I am officially launching the Business Expansion Experience at the end of this month. But I have an incredible bonus for those of you who want to join in October. You get October for free. So if you want to hear more about the Business Expansion Experience, come in, send me a message and we will chat. Well, I love that you are collapsing time like this. Why haven't I considered it? Yes. See, the thing about collapsing time, and I have a TikTok on it. I did yesterday. The thing about collapsing time is 100% energetic. With being able to hold, you already know how to make let's just say like a nice round number, you know how to make $100,000. You've either made it in a year, you've either made it in 6 months, you've either made it in 3 months, you've either made it in 2 years, whatever your time period for $100,000 is, you know how to make it. So you can tap into that energy of, I know how to make $100,000. Like I've done it, right? The only difference is the time, right? The only difference is how fast you did it. And so when we use money breathwork to collapse that time, we're just allowing our bodies to find safety to receive it faster. I know what it feels like to make $100,000. I know what it feels like. And so when I look back and say, okay, I want to do that. I've done that in 3 months. I want to do it in 1. I've done it in whatever. I'm just using these examples, right? And so, but your body has to feel safe or else or else two things are going to happen, right? You're either going to get it. Like I was talking about my example of hitting 20K and then the next month was 4. So you're either going to quantum leap and hit that 100,000 in whatever time period you're wanting to hit it. But you're going to be so dysregulated that the next month is like, whoa, right? Or you won't. So there's 2 options. Like I hit that 20K month before Money Breathwork and I was like, oh my God, this is so amazing. Oh my gosh, multiple 6 figures, not multiple 5 figures or whatever. I'd never done that before. And then my next month was a 4K month because I was so dysregulated. I felt unworthy. I felt like this is just the most amount of money that I've ever made in a month. Like it felt so big. And now I can make 40K, 50K in a month. And it's like, we got this. We're feeling good. Right? And so then it regulates that, right? Like you can do it again. You can do it again, right? Versus fall or never hitting it in the first place, right? Or just constantly grasping for it. So hit me up. If you want to learn more about Business Expansion Experience, we have the beautiful bonus of October. So you could come into the Business Expansion Experience, come into the Collapsing Time Accelerator, which gives you a breathwork every single day that is on this theme, that is like regulating you for bigness and more and allowing more in. And you could have made your money back from the investment by the time we even open the doors. I mean, that's like a no-brainer to me. That's our goal. Although you probably will have your goal will actually be to make way more than you make the investment is. It really is. I've actually lowered the investment. So, you will want to make way more, probably 10 to 20 times more of the investment. So isn't that a good goal? Let's 10x the investment.